Hello my friends on YouTube, I'm John, and today we are gonna make a COVID, and this video is gonna be a little bit different because I haven't had the time to do any real reviews, so I think this you already will know it by the title what this video is. It's a bit easier for me to make because I am don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm what they call an essential worker, which means that I have a bit of other things to think of these days. But at least I can tell you that at my work and in my life presently, I don't think there's any virus, she said coughingly, and I hope, of course, to make it stay that way. I'm taking care of elderly people, and we're doing our best to protect them as well we can. And unfortunately, no, I should say fortunately, these days it's getting much easier to be tested, and though I haven't been yet, I expect to be soon, and hopefully that will be okay as well. No symptoms or anything, except a little bit of stress. Enough about that. That was just an update on my situation. Today we're gonna do what I have called a knife beauty pageant in the title. In basic, it's a knife porn, and it's inspired by a video by Slicey Dicey, who is a well-known channel who just reached 15,000 subs, so and I can easily recommend him. He's a funny guy, and he has a lot of nice content, especially these days since he is sort of confined to his house. What he did was make, I don't know if it was an open tag, I can't even remember, but he did a knife beauty pageant, and I think I can do that as well. And like him, I can tell you in the video at least that this is basically knife porn. So I picked a few knives in my collection, 10 to be exact, and they're not gonna be in any particular order. The good thing about this beauty pageant is there's no winner, or rather that everyone is a winner. But yeah, I guess I've been rambling along for long enough now. Let's take a look at the first one. And as I said, this was random picks among what I consider the best looking knives of my collection. And the coffee, we might just move out a little bit, but it is important. The first one is Tucson TS25. And what do you think? Isn't that very, very nice, with G10 inlays? Busy blade, which has these holes in it, a bit of jimping, and a nice clip side as well. And it is what they call a night morning design, and I wish I could tell you more about that, but I just love this. It is very beautiful. What you'll see, and of course beauty is, what do you say, in the eye of the beholder, I think. And my knives are a little bit anonymous, and not if I look at them, not too much bling, but this certainly triggers something. And yeah, even the busy handle, very, very nice knife. And I just got it not too long ago, so I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still going to review it at some point, like I don't know, 20 plus other knives. But for now you have the opportunity to look at this beauty. And I don't know if we can fit all 10 into the frame, but I'll try to do my best. Next one is a Kaiser, and this is really, really nice. I'll just make it focus. Very, very nice titanium handle. Normally I'm not that fond of black blades or coated blades, but yeah, in this pageant there are actually two. And as you can see, the blade is also very busy, and even with a compound grind. Yeah. I do love this. Very, very beautiful. Then different and a different size. This is a Stedman knife, and it's a rather expensive Stedman knife, but it has so much going on for it, like the honeycomb titanium scales, and then a sort of an extra scale outside of that on also, as far as I know, titanium. And yeah, you could call it busy as well, but all the details make it sort of worth the price, in my opinion. So beautiful. And even some details on top of the blade here, some cutouts. And I'll make it focus. Really, really beautiful. And when I put it together with the Kaiser, you can see we have a, even with the perspective of the camera, a very much smaller knife. But I have tended to go into smaller knives, so that's not a big deal. And fourth, this is both, I don't know, do you call it an affectionate value? This is an Ariad Epoch, and it is a special edition with a black blade, the second black blade, which, yeah, as I said, very strange since I don't really like black coated blades, but this is a beauty. What do you think? The Mokutai inlay, and the clip with the ball here, of course, titanium handle, and it even has a serial, or not a serial number, but it is a numbered edition, and 284 out of 400. Very, very beautiful. And the affectionate value is because yeah, this is price-wise, this would be my most expensive knife, but my friend, a little older, from Austria, sold it to me at a ridiculous price, really what we at my country would call a friend price, and this of course makes it even more valuable to me. A little older, hasn't been doing a video in 8 months, unfortunately, because of his illness, and I really hope to see him make videos again, but we'll see. Then a recent addition to my collection. This is a Kevin John Venom Attacker, and this is such an amazing knife. I don't even know if I can get the details. The blade has a carbon fiber inlay, and what is so amazing is you can, in no way can you feel the difference. Yeah, you can feel the difference in materials, but the edges you cannot feel in any point. And the same goes for the bolster with the carbon fiber. There's nothing to feel. It's just a seamless. What do you think of that? I like this so much. It is a big knife, but yeah, it has its place in my collection as well. And then it has some I think that is called tritium, actually a light source in the clip just a small funny detail, and yeah, it means you can find it in the dark, so I guess it might be a good thing. But it works and it lights, and you of course have the beautiful carbon fiber on the other side here, and just as seamless on this side. Really a nice knife, and I'm gonna review it at some point, but at the moment I have paused the reviews a little bit, so this is just my showing off, and I hope it's okay with you. Let's do some exploring down the cheaper range. This is a Kershaw Natrix carbon fiber, and it is an awesome knife. Listen to that action, and the groove here, fuller, as it's called, and that platin, is that, yeah, coating. Very nice knife, and it has such an amazing sound as well. Really ticks a lot of boxes. Deep carry pocket clip, and yeah, well, might call it a bolster lock actually. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Really a nice knife, and in the budget range, more than budget range, maybe. I think it's about $70, so that would be definitely be above budget for some, but in a higher budget range then. And for that, maybe HCR 13 MOV is not the best deal, but I'm not a snob, and the only thing is you might expect more for your $70, but yeah. I've more and more I come to the conclusion that the steel isn't that important. More your ability to sharpen it. So I'm not a real steel snob. I just think that when you go up in range, of course you can expect some better steels. A very plain knife, but also a very beautiful knife. The North Arm Scaha 2. Look at that handle. It's such a, don't even think the camera does it justice. It has such an amazing carbon fiber. And that blade with the milling grooves, really fantastic. And a very simple knife, and a very expensive knife, but one of the few knives I would call an investment. I actually think this knife is worth more than when I bought it, and that's a rare occasion in this hobby, since most of your knives lose a lot of value as the second you put them to use. But this one, an investment. But I've went through so many hoops, so I don't think I'll sell it anytime soon. Very beautiful knife, very simple knife, which yeah, some would say that the materials doesn't justify the price, but it is so well designed and so well made. And listen to that action. It really is, and the drop shotiness of the blade and everything. Such a beautiful knife. And I think we're gonna have to make some more room at the top, so we'll just interchange a little bit. Maybe we'll take them all away so we can have a bit more space. Next is a knife I think will divide some people. Some people probably think it's awful, and some people may think it's awesome. Um, I've never been able to catch the true color in my camera. It is more purple than it looks on camera, but it is such an amazing knife. I love it so much. This WE Knives 605, and yeah, as I said, looks is in the eyes of the beholder, but it's much more practical than it looks, actually, much more ergonomic. You can choke up here, and then your thumb fits perfectly in this groove, and you can, of course, there's just enough room for a size, mine normal, so little to the bigger size hand, but so good looking. Very nice polish, and the black accents are so nice. And this is, of course, an older WE knife, so it has the old hardware that they used to do, which I wasn't that offended by, but of course you need a different tool. It's sort of a reverse Torx. But they supplied the tools, so I didn't really mind that much. And so much going on the clip side, but still very classy. I do love this knife. Got it at a good price, and my friend Stasas23, go check his channel if you like. Very, very beautiful knife. I wanted to explore the integral knives, but they're expensive. So what I got was this one, and this is Greenthorn Anax. And for those of you familiar with knives, this is an homage, what I would call it, to a Microtech Anax, and doesn't have a flipper tab. It's a front flipper, or you can just use it like a regular two-hand, or you can no, it's not really that easy to open with the groove or the fuller, but it is a front flipper at least, and it has an amazing action drop shotty. And look at the clip side, which is even better looking than or much better looking actually than the presentation side. What do you think of that? A lot of stuff going on here, and being an integral, everything is done outside, of course. It's not that easy to take apart, and I do take all my knives apart if I in any way can manage to do it, but not many knives I haven't been able to take apart so far. Very, very beautiful with the ball clip, and yeah, it's amazingly beautiful, I think. I am not sure, but I actually think this is aluminum, and D2, and let's say the knife that it's a homage from is, of course, a better, more expensive materials, but it's around $900, $1,000, and I don't see myself paying that much for a knife anytime soon. Sorry, but that's the way it is, and it is so good in hand. Very, very fun blade shape. I really do like this very much. It is a beauty all over, and especially on the clip side. Last but not least, a WE knife more, and this is a WE knife 710 straight up. Only thing I can really fault this knife for is the thumb stud is very close to the handle, so it's almost impossible to open with the meter. You have to use your nail, which is not very comfortable, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that difficult. And of course, drop shoddy, and look at this with the Wii logo all over the handle, and this actually got a bit of patina. They were more shiny gold before, or copper, but now a little bit more patina, and that I don't mind. The only thing that triggers my OCD is actually the Wii logo on the pivot here, that is a bit crooked. Yeah, I can just straighten it out, but and that is amazing fuller, and the sort of Scandi grind that goes into a normal grind, really a knife with a lot of details. And yeah, I still love this very much. This was probably one of my first more expensive knives, and I wasn't disappointed when I got it, and still, like the other Wii I have with the old hardware, and a very beautiful pattern on the scale still here, and very, very beautiful knife in my opinion. And as I told you, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, so perhaps none of this triggers you in any way, but that was my 10 knives for a beauty pageant, and the beautiful thing is they all won, and so did I. And with this, stay safe out there. Greetings to all my fellow healthcare workers, and greetings to all of the rest of you. Take care of yourself and have a nice day, evening, whatever it is in your country. Bye bye.